what I really want to do is talk about some of my experiences that I had at both at General Mills, but also, one of the things that I've really enjoyed now, I'm starting to go and see other companies and what they're going through. And everybody gets it. The employee network can play a great role in developing, in retaining, and in growing people of color in your company. The issue becomes, how do you do it? How can you really make that difference? And that's what I wanted to do today. I mean, the agenda today is going to be quick. I'm going to give you a little bit of my background, because I think you need to understand where I come from to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. I also think you need to know a little bit more about myself so that you can understand my point of view. I'm going to tell you what I got out of being in ERG. Just like Doug said at the beginning, there's something special about doing that. And I think we could talk a little bit about that. But I really want to go back and what is it in you? What are you going to get out of this? Because I think you're taking time out of your work to be here. You're taking time, and then the issue becomes, does my manager realize what I'm doing? Do they think I'm just coming out here to have a couple drinks and not be working? And there's a very big political thing that occurs. Is upper management, the top of the house gets it. The entry people and the new people get it, but does middle management get it? Because that's the boss that's going to give you your report card at the end of the year. That's the person that's going to give you your raise. And does he see that what you're doing today make an impact to the business? Does he see that what you do today and in the future makes you a better employee than the person that doesn't do work with the employee networks? That's one of the things I'd like to hear about that. Then we're going to have some testimonials. I feel like we're good church firemen here, so we're going to have some people stand up and give some testimonials about the power of employee networks. Well, that'll be exciting. Then we're going to break out by specialty. If you notice, you are in the place you're supposed to be. Recruiting is here, over there, community outreach. So we're going to break into a group. The smallest group is this one. I don't know about education. So we got to get you guys interested in education. I just want to let you know that. If there's an immediate input I get by looking at where you sat. Education is important. So I really appreciate that you guys are there for education. And then we're actually going to have you report out. So one of the things we want you to do is, after you have that conversation, is we want to give you this group to say, and every group, what was your aha moment? What did you really learn? And then take it to the next step. What do you expect your advisor to help you, or the employee networks? What can they do to make you reach that goal? Because we don't want just this to be a conversation. We want this to be the beginning of making changes at Ecolab and at your company and for yourself. And then we're going to wrap it up. And I've got 10 minutes to do all that. So, let me get started. My background. I grew up in Puerto Rico. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, but I grew up in Puerto Rico. And if you notice, the story of what I do is that I'm always a person that doesn't fit for some reason. So when I'm in Kansas City, that's where all my relatives are. They're from my dad's side. They're Mexican. My mom is Puerto Rican, so I'm more Boricua. There's a couple Boricuas here. I know John is a Boricua, but we won't get into John. That's another whole description of stuff. And by the way, tell him happy birthday. It was his 40th birthday a while back ago. Well, we celebrated. You don't look a day over 50, right? But my dad, when I was born in Kansas City, I was very outgoing kid, and it was like I just really enjoyed life. But my dad was like, okay, I know you're living in Puerto Rico and you like Puerto Rico, but you're Mexican. Remember, you're half Mexican. So he put me a charro hat and go, you got your roots from Mexico. Don't ever forget that. So yes, I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. So I said, I'm Mexican. So there are those changes out there, but you got to find out who you are, because the issue is when you start to go to these places, who do you join with? Who can you talk? Who can you be yourself with? Because the reality of employee networks is about bringing all of yourself to the company. And the part is that sometimes you've got to leave a major part of your personality, who you are, at the door to be successful in corporate America.